zeros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the score.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come. Hey, easy. Come get some. He don't want it.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down. Ready? 95-56. 3 ball. Kill. 59 mark. Check. 59.
Brees now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Too easy. Ready?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the twist.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And Thomas has it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Breeze to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Opposite.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 22, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Newton to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Breeze going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check. No. Go. You're good. Nice ball. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Breeze on third down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. 20. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Again, Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
I got you. I got you. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. To the air again, Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done
touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 76 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
12.
shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go, you tighten up.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Gun.
On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Great. Don't get nervous.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
It's a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They're not ready. Shoot. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike, ready? 95-56. Check. Here we go again. Check.
Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Newton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
50 set, 180. Gun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ball shot. 56. Bandit. Mike's 56.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check right 47. Check right 8. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Switch. 5-9.
Throwing now is Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in with Line, the fullback. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
47, Mike, 47. I got wide. Hey, check Mike 47. 8. 47's the Mike.
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Let's get off the field.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They snap it to Newton. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
8. Gun.
8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8 1. 8
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? Ready, 88. Cover. Express.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Gano the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Easy.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Check. Waiting.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming for you. You mine. Shit. Check it out.
Easy. Opposite. Here we go.
Kamara try the right side, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run it again with Kamara. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
Right there.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First throw in overtime for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
March 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Yeah, baby.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Okay, just like that.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right 33. Express. 47. Check back 47. Hey, man.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Right here. Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Gun. Jim.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
At the 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
At the 11-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken very short. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him...
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. pressure. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your poppin', your project. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flyer field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, you should get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze or won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Looking to throw. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. Love. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in it. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Mixon with a first down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 26. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. On the delay, it's Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 13. He completes it to Boyd. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15-9, 15-9.
A final shot before break. Love. Got his man. It's Eifert.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will do it for this. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Go, go. Right there.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check. Hey, right.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Love. He completes it to Tate. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 2nd and 4. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
To throw on second down. Love. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Looking to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun to give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down. Love throwing the out route and complete. It's Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Joe Mixon. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll be called just a 22-yard. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They begin with a run by Mixon. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mixon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Under 10, under 10.
Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. and that got it done in this one.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be the best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more best though. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him.